People who hire tech people tell me frequently how hard it is to find the best people. No doubt in the current competitive job market that hiring is a challenging process, especially for critical tech positions. You've got to create just the right combination of pay, benefits, work environment, and company culture. So here are 3 tips to help you make the best hires possible. Number 1, work on your company's employer brand. Now, this is the pre-work you do on an ongoing basis to make sure everyone knows about your company. One of the advantages that big companies have over smaller companies is that they're well known. There is prestige in being Google, Facebook, Amazon, Dropbox, or Cisco. Develop a compelling speech that you can give at civic organizations, schools, tech associations, and everywhere else where tech people hang out. Without sounding like you're bragging, talk about your company, including the work environment and its culture, its sustainability practices, pay practices, and benefit packages. Tell stories through blogs, interviews, and speeches about individual employee successes and how your employees find deep meaning in their work. If you do a good enough job at this, then you'll have people coming to you hoping to join your firm. Number 2, write a good job description. You can't overstate the importance of writing a good job description. In addition to describing the job, it also describes the right person for the job. It provides the specifics for an employment contract, and it's a great tool for performance review. Look online for examples of great job descriptions, but here are 5 critical elements in a successful job description. Number 1, the job title. Make it accurate, brief, and concise without jargon or fluff. Generally, people should get a good idea of what the job is really like from the job title. Speak directly to your ideal job candidate. Number 2 is the job summary. The summary expands on the title. Now, this should still be concise, but it's often 1 or 2 paragraphs in length. Number 3 is job responsibilities. This is where you provide detailed information about the tasks and responsibilities for the job. Number 4 is the job requirements. In this section, you'll discuss the minimum requirements to be considered for the job. Number 5 is the work environment, and this is where you provide an accurate description of the work environment. Now, obviously, you'll want to highlight the good features of the work environment, but you must also be candid about the overall work environment. Lack of candor could leave the new hire feeling unpleasantly surprised when they come on board and could lead to a quick departure. So after building your employer brand and writing an accurate job description comes the intentional interview process. Now, generally there are 2 parts to the interview for tech positions. Part 1 is the tech screen to ensure that the candidate has sufficient technical skills to match the requirements of the job description. And Part 2 is the human interview, sometimes referred to as a collaborative interview. In the tech screen, you devise a technical challenge based on the job description that will prove the candidate knows enough to do the minimum requirements of the job. Perhaps it's something like configuring a VPN, writing a small bit of code, building a simple web page incorporating JavaScript, or something else that is a requirement of the job. In the human interview, you'll be looking for whether the candidate has adequate interpersonal communication skills to succeed in the job. You're looking at how the candidate answers specific questions about his or her past successes and failures, how they think they are perceived by their friends and past colleagues, and their priorities, and a host of other characteristics. This is not a casual conversation. This is a formal interview, and you should treat it as such. It should be a very formal process with carefully chosen questions designed to provide insights into the human being that you're considering for the job. After a candidate passes the technical and the human interview, many companies also have the candidate interact with potential teammates to get a sense of whether the candidate is a good fit for the company and the culture. Some companies also use various forms of psychological or personality testing to help screen candidates. Be careful though. Sometimes companies use testing instruments that are not designed for use during the hiring process. In our world in IT, our jobs are not about technology. Our jobs are about helping our end users do their jobs more productively, creatively, and efficiently. And if it doesn't solve a human problem, then what's the point? In my work with IT people, I help them find ways to show that they care. Competence is critically important, but what we remember is how we were treated, how people made us feel. Most of us can learn people skills. They're simply beliefs and behaviors that can be learned. Hiring the right employees is such a big part of the success of a company, and yet it's also one of the most difficult tasks for company owners, managers, and HR staff. You can help ensure your success by working to effectively create your employer brand, writing good job descriptions, and having an intentional interviewing process. I'm Don Crawley. What do you think?